Okay, well, welcome. This is the first time I've ever taught guitar instruction via the video format, so I hope you find it useful. Tonight we'll be playing a basic blues progression in the key of A, for which you have the tablature that I gave you in class, so definitely have that by your side, and if you can't see my fingers well enough, you can have that tablature, make sure you're playing the right notes. I also would trust your ear. You know, if it doesn't sound right, it probably isn't. And we're going to get in tune with each other in just a moment here, so you'll know whether or not you're hitting the right notes. And my advice to you is just to stay positive and have fun with it. You really got to have fun with it. Play as much as you can each night, just stretching your fingers, and your fingers will hurt, but that'll go away once you build your calluses. We've talked about that. So hang in there, and you'll be making some music soon enough if you put in the time. So let's get in tune, and then we'll start our lesson. So I'm in 440, which if you're using the electronic tuner, you should be as well. But let's just make sure. So I'm going to give you the low E all the way up to the high E, and I just want to make sure we're in tune with each other. So here we go. Here's your low E. Here's your A, or your fifth string. Here's your D, or your fourth string. This is your G, or your third string. And here's your second string, or your B string. And then finally your high E, or your first string. Alright, well, now that we're in tune, we can begin the lesson. So I'll be right back with the lesson. Alright, well, let's play some blues together. So before we start, a few things I want you to remember. We're in the key of A, so if you remember, we talked about the 1-4-5 chord progression, which is a classic blues progression. So we're going to start in A, which is the root, then we're going to go to the fourth chord, which is the D, and then the fifth chord, which is the E. So 1-4-5 A D E, and remember to always do the alternate picking that we've been practicing. So you're going to go down and up, down and up, down and up throughout the whole progression. Okay, it's called alternate picking. And I'm going to put in some ninth chords just to create that jazzy feel and turn the progression around. So if you don't want to try those ninths right now, that's okay. You have the chord form written down so you can practice those. But the scale is the most important thing, is that we become proficient in playing this scale. Make sure all your notes are clean. If you're getting fret buzz and things like that, you want to back off, slow down, figure out why that buzz is happening, and kind of fix things. Alright, so let's take it slow and have some fun. Here we go. Again. Now I'm tapping my toe to make sure I'm staying in time. So if you want to tap your foot, that acts like a metronome. That's really important to stay in time. There's those ninth chords. Again, this is the root, the A. Now we'll go with the D. Back to the A. And then over to the E. Back to the D. And turn it around. One more time. To the D. And back to the A. Over to the E. Back to the D. And turn it around. Alright, well I hope you can play along with that, and we'll have our next lesson pretty soon, so stay tuned.